so Evan's fuel pump was like
Full pump
was borderline about to go out on his truck, and he was like calling it. And then shortly after you said that, it did go out.
Well, it turns out that the fuel pump actually didn't go out. It just quit working, but I assumed it did. So like anyone, I cut a hole in the box of the pickup to save time.
Instead of what? Dropping the gas tank?
Well, yeah, either drop the gas tank or unbolt the box and take it all the way off.
Okay.
Or just cut a hole in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then put a new fuel pump in it. Still doesn't work. Found out there's some goofy control module, and you have to like bring it to the dealership and have it calibrated. So we just wired it into the rear window defrost, so it'd be nice and factory, you know, a nice button that's already there instead of like a toggle switch. And it worked great. Until I found out that every 10 minutes the button resets.
The defrost shuts off.
So when I'm driving like from Duluth to the shop, I got to press the button like 35 times.
And you know, like you're driving, it doesn't just die immediately, but you know.
It actually got me in the construction the other day. So I'm down in one lane cones. I'm really focusing on driving and I'm going slow. And I just realized my truck isn't running. So I got to like pop it into neutral, turn the pump on, start it back up, all with like no power steering.
While driving through construction, head on traffic, the whole works.
Yeah, it was a little stressful, but...
So your pump's got like an oven timer on it? Why does it just shuts off? Why?
Because the defrosters are like, they only stay on for so long.
Yeah, if I plug the fuel pump in like it's supposed to, it goes through some module that I didn't have access to at the time. So yeah, it just wired it to the switch, and the switch I wired it to happens to be on a timer, yes.
Maybe shift out to like the fog lights or something a little more.
That probably would have been a good idea, hindsight.
That's another
The
hole
fog
in the
lights
bed,
were
though.
in the front of the truck, so you had to run. I mean, what you tapped in there because it was in the back.
No, I went right into where the fuse should go.
Oh.
You just shove the wire in there.
No
That's
shit.
Easy. We can put in a different
Yeah,
fuse
just
in
plug
like
it in a different spot.
5 minutes.
I mean, I ran it by my mechanic, Cole, and this was our best option.
And it's funny because it seems, well, I mean, you're the one who has to drive it, but it seems so inconvenient. But is it?
You know, right away it seemed really ridiculous, but at this point, almost a month, just normal.
Not
It's
even
part of
sweat
the
it.
driving experience,
Yeah.
which the Chev has a lot of.
I remember my first time meeting you was you had just finished a trip across the state and you got here and your lug nuts were all too loose or something like, and your wheel literally was falling off of your truck. It was just demolished.
And it did fall off. I had to go pick them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to pick me up in Wadena.
And I just remember being like, dude, what happened to your truck? And you're like, nah. It's just the most mellow shit.
You didn't even want to say like that wheel fell off. And then we drove it off the trailer. I mean, you drove it off the trailer with 3 wheels and using the brake rotor as the fourth wheel.
We got her. It'll get you home though.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Yeah, it all buffed.
It all buffed.